Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a man shot by Presque Isle police last night has died. Presque Isle police say 25-year-old Jacob Poutras of Presque Isle was shot after he led police on a chase through the city and rammed a cruiser several times. They say two people who were together on Saturday night told police that Poutras allegedly threatened them with an assault rifle after a road rage incident. After learning police were looking for him, Poitras called the Presque Isle Police Department but refused to cooperate or turn himself in and allegedly issued threats against law enforcement. Police say last night Sergeant Tyler Cody spotted Poitras driving and attempted to stop him, but a chase ensued. That chase ended at Main and Davis Streets in Presque Isle when Poitras allegedly rammed Cody's cruiser and disabled it. According to a release, Sergeant Cody shot Poitras. He was taken to a local hospital where he later died. Cody has been placed on administrative leave while the Attorney General's office investigates the incident, which is standard protocol. And a man convicted of a 2020 murder went to court to fight that conviction, arguing an appeal before the Maine Supreme Judicial Court. Our A.J. Douglas has that story.
Rayshawn Moore was sentenced to 32 years in Maine State Prison for stabbing Demetrius Snow in the parking lot of Half Acre nightclub back in 2020. Now Moore's defense attorney, Rory McManera, says they want the conviction thrown out, citing the lack of transparency with the evidence and the sentence.
There's a lot of discussion about grand jury transcripts and whether or not defendants in Maine generally, and Mr. Moore in particular, should be able to know what happened at the grand jury that indicted him before trial.
McManera says private grand jury transcripts create barriers for the defendants and catch inconsistencies during testimony, leaving them in the dark during their own trial.
A constitutional trial system and a rule-based trial system that's based off of equal access and open access to evidence, especially evidence that's created by the state.
Members of the Maine Supreme Judicial Court questioned the prosecutor from the Maine Attorney General's office about Justice William Anderson's statements during Moore's sentencing. They say they are concerned that Justice Anderson's statements at Moore's sentencing arguably could have discouraged him from taking further legal action.
I've seen it personally where defendants have said, I'm going to plead guilty, or I'm going to accept responsibility even when I may not have done it or I feel otherwise, because I don't want to face the risks of going to trial.
The Maine Supreme Judicial Court is expected to review all arguments on both sides and reach a decision in the coming months. We did ask the Attorney General's office for comment. They declined our request. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Well, overnight, crews responded to a fire at a hybrid vehicle car dealership along Route 1 in Stockton Springs. Stockton Springs Assistant Fire Chief Darren Moody says no one was injured. He says there was a large amount of lithium batteries in the garage, but the owner of the business says he believes the fire may have started where a power tool charging station was set up. Again, no one was at the location when the fire happened.
It's a metal building, very hard to fight the fire. There was only two access points, a small door and a garage door, and we had to cut holes in the side of the wall to get in.
Prospect, Searsport, and Frankfort fire departments all assisted on scene. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has arrested an Old Town man on domestic violence charges. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says they received a report of a family fight at 511 Riverside Drive in Eddington on Saturday. The Penobscot Regional Communication Center had received information that a female had been assaulted by her fiancé, identified as 47-year-old Thaddeus Wind. The Sheriff's Office says Wind is familiar to law enforcement and was previously involved in an 18-hour standoff in Old Town back in June of 2021. They say they were able to arrest Wind when he walked into his driveway unaware that law enforcement was there, and he was immediately taken into custody. He was charged with domestic violence assault and was placed on a probation hold. He is currently being held at the Penobscot County Jail. Well, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration is investigating the death of a worker in Rockland. Workers were demolishing an attached garage when the structure collapsed on a worker Saturday morning. Firefighters used inflatable rescue bags to lift the roof before pulling the man out with a rope, and a life flight helicopter was summoned to transport the man to the hospital, but he did not survive. Well, switching gears now, experts from Partnership for Safe Medicines report Maine is one of 20 states impacted by a recent trend claiming the lives of young people. That trend involves the sale of counterfeit pills. According to the CDC, fake pills are being sold on the dark web and multiple social media platforms. They say drug traffickers create social media pages openly advertising the sale of prescription medication. However, the pills are often made with powdered fentanyl. Access to fentanyl in most cases is easier and cheaper compared to real prescribed pills from a certified pharmacy. Partnership for Safe Medicines urges parents to warn their kids about the dangers of purchasing drugs online.
There's a lot of mistakes you make when you're a teenager that can be fixed, but this is not one of them that can be fixed. And so I think a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of families who've lost kids from this scourge, and the first thing they say is, I had no idea. So the first thing you do is talk to your kids about it. Then talk to them about the risk and talk to them about how they can make safer choices.
Safdar says a fentanyl pill could cause death within 30 minutes after it's been taken and encourages keeping Narcan on hand. Well, it's no secret the price of gas is causing a lot of pain at the pump, and Maine has officially surpassed $5. According to a survey from Gas Buddy, prices in the state have risen almost 22 cents per gallon since last week. Many people are not pleased with that increase, and they aren't shy about talking about it.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Ridiculous. It's exceeded my expectations. I thought it would have dropped by now.
Crazy.
I hate it.
All right. People sharing those sentiments, I'm sure. Well, the average price of gas across the United States has also increased more than 56 cents since last week and $1.81 since last year. Well, we may not be getting a lot of relief at the pump, but Mother Nature was pretty kind with the weather, at least for today. Pretty nice day around the region. And for more on what we can expect in the coming hours, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. And all right, so temperatures today, this was enjoyable, right? 74 here in Bangor, 71 Bar Harbor. We'll take it, but tomorrow, many of you could even do mid-70s across the area. All right, lots of clear skies out there today, but there is some stuff off to the west of us. We have some weather headed our way, not for tomorrow, more so tomorrow night into Wednesday, with some scattered showers and storms on the way. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, some mostly clear skies, and not so cold, right? With low temperatures down near 50. Your full forecast is coming up.
So at least some nice calm weather in our immediate future. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Maine realtors unite to help provide diapers for Maine children. We'll have that story and much more when we come right back.
Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Elizabeth Warren, they're all attacking America's tech innovators. The left's radical liberal bill would take away the digital tools small businesses rely on, empower China to beat America in the race for new technologies, and increase the risk of cyber attacks. Why would Senate conservatives support this dangerous bill that threatens American innovation? Call Senator Susan Collins. Tell her to stand up for American jobs and America's security.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Remember the first time you tried a McDouble or a McChicken? They were perfect. You were perfect together. You've been BFFs ever since. And now that you can get two of your favorite of all-time sandwiches for only $3.50, nothing could be more perfecter. The Nothing is More Perfecter deal. Mix and match a tasty McDouble or a juicy McChicken. Now get two for just $3.50.
When Natural Living Center wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Natural Living Center offers natural groceries, organic produce, the largest selection of supplements in the area, gluten-free products, and more for your health. When Northeast Collectibles wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. a toy, comic, and gaming store. Located in the Movie Rocket complex, the store has easy access to connect with other geeks or get you hard-to-find collectibles.
America's best bakers race to gather the clues and bake the mystery dessert.
But did you make the right dessert?
Crime Scene Kitchen, Tuesdays at 8 on Fox.
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, it's Taco Tuesday, so we'll be talking about all things food. Mr. Howard will have a delicious dish he'll be ready to cook up. Plus, Devin Biggs will have a full look at our forecast. The week are finally turning into some warmer temperatures we'll be seeing, and Dave Peck and Tyler Cruz will join us for sports.
Back, everybody. $250,000 is going to help low-income Mainers struggling with food insecurity. USDA and state officials met at the Good Shepherd Food Bank in Auburn for that announcement today. The money will help the emergency food assistance programs reach in remote and tribal areas of the state. One of the grants will increase the capacity of 2 food pantries in eastern Maine. The other grant is going through Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness. Officials say it's more important now more than ever to increase access to healthy, nourishing foods.
These grants are a step in the right direction towards better serving people in remote, rural, tribal, and low-income areas with TFAP, providing critical nutrition to those who need it.
Maine is one of 4 grantees in the Northeast to get this crucial funding. Meanwhile, a lawsuit over the system that provides attorneys to those who can't afford them will proceed after a Superior Court justice rejected the state's motion to dismiss the case. The class action lawsuit by the American Civil Liberties Union of Maine contends there's a failure to train, supervise, and adequately fund a system to ensure the constitutional right to effective counsel. Maine is the only state in the nation without a public defender's office for people who can't afford to hire a lawyer. Instead, the state relies on private attorneys to take these cases, who are then reimbursed by the state. However, the number of lawyers willing to take court-appointed cases has declined in recent years. The commission is seeking more funding for supervision and to nearly double defense attorney fees. And Maine real estate agencies are coming together to help families in need of diapers. According to diaperbank.org, 1 in 3 families is struggling to provide diapers for their young children. The Maine Association of Realtors is hosting a diaper drive starting today that runs to Wednesday, June 8th. Over 50 real estate firms across the state have opened their doors to collect donations, including children and adult diapers.
Realtors always give back to the communities that they serve. And we are more than houses, and we do as much as possible to give back to our communities. And so we thought this would be a great way to do that and support people who are in need.
For more information on the donation drop-off sites, you can visit their website at mainerealtors.com, and we'll also have that link on our website, foxbangor.com. Well, ever heard of the word lumberjill? It's a term used for a female lumberjack, and as Sierra Jordan reports, a world champion lumberjill is hoping to spark some change in how jacks and jills are perceived.
You go to Merriam-Webster Dictionary and you look it up, they give you other choices like lumber kiln and lumberjack.
Alyssa Weatherby is a world champion axe thrower who started a campaign in an effort to add lumberjill right next to the word lumberjack in the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
You know, there's a lumberjack, so the female counterpart is going to be a lumberjill.
According to Merriam-Webster, they added 455 words per month, including dadbot and oobleck. The term lumberjill originates back to the 1940s, when the Women's Timber Corps was formed as part of the Women's Land Army. Weatherby says the women worked tirelessly in the woods to keep the community in place while the men were off at war.
You know, they were building airplane propellers and ships and docks and ammo cases.
And the list goes on.
I don't think that they got the recognition that they really deserved. And then especially it's like a slap in the face to not have it in the dictionary, I think, for these ladies as well.
Weatherby made history in rolling across the Mississippi River on a log. She later started a team of lumberjills called the Axewomen Loggers of Maine.
We get to travel around and show people our sport and introduce these ladies to people that, might not know what they are.
From throwing axes to sawing and chopping wood to log rolling, 27 women on the team hope to change the way the world perceives the difference between Jacks and Jills.
I'm proud to kind of be pushing forward with this and just trying to get these ladies recognition.
So far, Weatherby says they contacted Merriam-Webster but are still waiting to hear back. She says if people either share blogs or tweets including the word lumberjill, it is more likely that Merriam-Webster will acknowledge the term and add it to the dictionary.
To write about it, blog about it, post about it.
In Ellsworth, I'm Sierra Jonah reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Definitely some trailblazing women there. Here's hoping Merriam-Webster takes notice. All right, well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, Russia is issuing new threats to the West if it provides Ukraine with long-range rockets. And the Northeast comes out of another wave of COVID-19 cases as infections rise throughout the West and parents wait to vaccinate their youngest. Those stories and more when the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes & More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes & More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
Their failed romance became the world's obsession.
My finger was severed.
But there's so much you don't know.
I thought he's going to kill me now.
Johnny vs. Amber from Love to Hate, Tuesday on Fox.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday, and I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-829-1685. 1-800-829-1685.
We know your mornings can be busy and hectic in your home.
We're here with the local information you need, fast and to the point, so you can be on your way.
Keeping you prepared for whatever your day might bring.
Oh, while having a little fun, too.
Start your mornings with us on Good Morning Maine.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Fox Wednesdays.
There's someone from every season.
With a shot at redemption.
No mistakes can be made.
Which all-star will step up to finally be named MasterChef?
That is finale worthy.
Don't miss an all-new MasterChef Back to Win. Wednesdays on Fox.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Russia is issuing new threats to the West if it provides Ukraine with long-range rockets. This comes as Russian forces strike Kyiv for the first time in more than a month, and Ukrainian forces make successful counterattacks in the east. Fox's Mike Tobin reports from the Ukrainian capital.
Renewed, fierce street-to-street fighting as Ukrainian forces, nearly driven from the last city they controlled in eastern Luhansk region, have battled their way back to controlling half of Severodonetsk. Russia has focused resources there, trying to capture the area before Ukraine receives rocket launchers with better range and accuracy than the artillery Ukraine is currently using. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a visit to the front lines, thanking the soldiers and encouraging civilians to hold on.
Take care of yourselves. This is very, very important, because without you, there is no Ukraine.
Both the U.S. and Great Britain have promised multiple launch rocket systems to Ukraine. With the potential of turning the tide, Vladimir Putin threatened to escalate.
If they are supplied, we will draw appropriate conclusions and use our means of destruction to strike at those objects we have not struck.
Russia said Western weapons were the target of yesterday's airstrikes in Kyiv. Cruise missiles hit warehouses where Ukrainians say train cars are repaired. As reporters were given a tour of the target, there was no visible evidence of weapons.
This facility is totally peaceful and everyone can come and see.
From strikes on civilian housing to evidence of executions in mass graves, Ukraine's prosecutor general is pursuing thousands of war crimes cases. Ukraine is using websites and apps to crowdsource evidence of war crimes, and the public is responding. Prosecutors are sorting through more than 50,000 videos alleging war crimes.
We see now unprecedented volume of crimes. That's why people want to help.
And as the U.S. government targets Putin allies, a warrant has been issued to seize the property of oligarch Roman Abramovich. Specifically, the government wants to seize his Gulfstream jet worth $60 million and a Boeing 787 worth $350 million. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
Meanwhile, senators are weighing in on the ongoing discussions surrounding gun control legislation. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle hope the Senate can reach a compromise able to pass with 60 votes. Fox's Madeline Rivera takes a closer look from Washington.
The country reeling from a violent weekend. At least 17 people are dead after more than a dozen mass shootings from Friday to Sunday in several states, including Pennsylvania, Arizona, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
Help us, Lord, help us. Please, God, help us.
The shootings are fueling more calls for Congress to enact gun safety legislation. The group Students Demand Action rallied outside of the Capitol Monday.
Don't look away. Don't look away. Don't look away.
As the president makes a similar appeal.
He can't do it all alone, right? He has taken some action, some executive actions, as we've talked about here, and he believes that Congress should continue to act.
All eyes are on the Senate to see if they can reach an agreement on a narrow bill that includes potentially closing some background check loopholes, securing schools, and addressing mental health.
We are not talking about restricting the rights of current law-abiding gun owners or citizens. This is a constitutional right.
Democrats admit the legislation might not go as far as they'd like, but indicate they're willing to compromise to get something done.
We're going to keep working and trying as long and hard as possible, but we need something real and meaningful.
The House is getting ready to vote in the coming days on more expansive gun safety legislation, but the measures are unlikely to pass in the Senate, which is hoping to reach its own agreement by the end of the week. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Artificial technology and specialized sensors are currently being used to detect concealed weapons on people entering some of the nation's sports stadiums and concert arenas. Now, in the wake of several mass shootings, some are asking whether gun detection software can help increase public safety in other ways. Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer has more.
The mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, triggering renewed calls for gun reform. But as lawmakers on Capitol Hill debate, the nation faced another weekend marred by gun violence, with at least 3 dead and 11 others hurt in Philadelphia Saturday night, and at least 3 more dead and 14 others injured outside a nightclub in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Sunday morning. Solutions in the wake of such tragedies vary, but some local officials, like New York City Mayor Eric Adams, are eyeing gun detection software as a possible step forward, especially after a gunman shot at least 10 people and injured several others on a crowded Brooklyn subway car back in April.
Technology that could identify a gun. And I want to bring that, move it around in the subway system.
These tools are already implemented by Evolve Technology in hundreds of public spaces, including theaters, stadiums, office buildings, and schools.
The Evolve Express is designed to detect concealed threats as people walk through. We use a combination of advanced sensors and artificial intelligence.
After a person is scanned, Evolve's technology alerts nearby guards of any potential firearms and where they may be hiding on someone's body.
In the first 3 months of this year, we screened over 51 million people through our systems. And in that period of time, we detected and prevented over 10,000 guns from getting into those venues.
While increasing public safety is important, critics say it would be nearly impossible to effectively use this software in subway systems, citing the need for additional officers to work in tandem with the machines and other logistical concerns. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
Well, the Northeast is coming out of another wave of COVID-19 cases. Infections, though, are now rising throughout the West as parents wait to get their youngest children vaccinated. Fox's Jonathan Seri has the latest.
Just weeks before the official start of summer, the latest COVID-19 surge is shifting to the western U.S. The region now has the highest rate of cases per 100,000 people. According to the CDC, more than a dozen California counties are seeing high transmission. Nationwide, we're averaging around 100,000 cases per day, 4 times the average from 2 months ago. Health experts say contagious Omicron subvariants are fueling the latest surge.
What people should know is that there are really high levels of virus circulating right now because the official numbers are only a fraction of the actual number of cases because of home testing.
As cases climb, some parents are anxiously waiting to get their youngest children vaccinated. FDA vaccine advisors will meet next Wednesday to review vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna for children as young as 6 months old. The White House says kids could begin rolling up their sleeves as early as June 21st.
Within weeks, every parent who wants their child to get vaccinated will be able to get an appointment.
But not everyone will rush to get their kids the shots. According to a Kaiser Family Foundation poll released last month, just 18% of parents say they would immediately get their youngest kids vaccinated.
For the vast majority of kids, for healthy kids, the case may be there, but it's certainly not compelling.
FDA advisors will also meet tomorrow to evaluate a COVID vaccine from Novavax in Atlanta. Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
Well, as primary care services for COVID-19 testing become more available to Northern Light Health patients here at home, the medical company has decided to close one of its first drive-through testing sites near Bangor International Airport. According to Carolyn Fetta with Northern Light Health, the Swab and Go COVID-19 testing site closed on Sunday indefinitely. She says the decision is mainly due to the decline of people coming in to test for COVID-19.
It got down to around 20, and then even with a little blip we had back up, it was at like 35 or 40 people, many of those being our employees.
She says the best way to get tests now is to get them mailed to your home by the federal government through www.covid.gov. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, your next iPhone software update might include some changes you've been hoping for as Apple unveils some big changes. And in sports, one Maine baseball alum is channeling his inner Nolan Ryan not only in the Mets system, but on the big screen. That story when we come back.
The show that launched 1,000 careers is back with all new judges in an all new season. Are you ready? So You Think You Can Dance, Wednesdays on Fox.
I grew up in Eastport. My dad actually worked for Bangor Hydro, so that was always my goal. I've been here for 36 years. We're all that same company, from Washington County to Bangor, Lincoln, Presque. We're all the same people. We're all from here. This area is like one big community. When we help people, that's our biggest reward, getting the power back on. We've done that for years, and we'll continue to do that.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
Did you know that it's possible to prevent colorectal cancer with regular screening?
I almost skipped my colonoscopy because I had something more important to do. But my friend said, you've got to go.
Today, you have options for colon cancer screening. Ask your provider which test is right for you.
I was lucky. They caught my cancer early enough to treat it successfully.
If you're 50 or older, ask your provider about colon cancer screening or visit screenmaine.org.
Monday marked nearly 80 years since Allied troops fought their way onto Normandy's beaches. People gathered around the world to remember the thousands of troops who took part. Fox's Jennifer Griffin has more.
It was the largest air, land, and sea invasion in history. 78 years ago, Allied troops landed on the beaches of Normandy and helped turn the tide of World War II.
We think about all those poor lads that didn't get off the beach that day.
Today, crowds paid tribute to the more than 150,000 troops who participated in the invasion. Here in the U.S., people commemorated the day with a wreath-laying ceremony at the World War II Memorial. More than 4,400 Allied soldiers lost their lives on D-Day. Nearly half of them were Americans. In France, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Mark Milley, joined several thousand visitors at American Cemetery in Normandy. He told veterans the current fighting in Ukraine is about honoring them.
It's about maintaining the so-called global rules-based international order, the order that was established by the dead that are buried here at this cemetery.
Charles Shea was just 19 years old when he landed on Omaha Beach as an Army medic. He says this year's commemorations hold special meaning as war once again rages in Europe.
1944, I landed on these beaches, and we thought we would bring peace to the world, but it's not possible.
Of the 16 million Americans who served during World War II, only 240,000 are still alive. Few, if any, thought they would see Europe again on the verge of another world war. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
Nearly 10,000 migrants are making their way towards the U.S. southern border, and more are joining them along the way. This as border agents work to control the numbers they're already dealing with. Fox's Griff Jenkins has the story from the Rio Grande Valley.
Chanting liberty in Spanish, a large migrant caravan stretching some 3 miles long departs southern Mexico, undeterred by bad weather.
This for us is nothing. It can rain, it can thunder, nobody will stop us.
Mexican National Guard line the road, not stopping their march. Organizers say it's nearly 10,000 strong, with 80% of the migrants from Venezuela.
You can't live in that country anymore.
Caravan leader Luis Villagran tells Fox News they have a message for President Biden.
We also want to tell President Joe Biden to sit down with the Latin America countries to see what is happening.
It's been 3 years since a caravan made it to the U.S.-Mexico border, but the prospect has officials concerned.
When we see these large caravans, these kids and unaccompanied children that are coming across, the cartels are using that to divert those resources.
Texas DPS Lieutenant Chris Olivares already has his hands full pursuing migrants who seek to evade apprehension. It's a cat and mouse game. Authorities able to see images from trap cameras like this one, hoping then to follow it up with a capture. Otherwise, they become a known gotaway, as the numbers here are surging. In the last 7 days in the Rio Grande Valley sector, 10,278 encounters, 722 gotaways. And despite the rising temperatures, there's little sign it's slowing down.
It's constant every single morning, every single day, and it's been increasing every single day.
As for the caravan's progress, they only made it about 10 miles north of where they began in Tapachula, and it's made more difficult because they have more than 2,000 children in it. But the organizer says they'll be back at it again tomorrow, starting at dawn. In Hidalgo, Texas, Griff Jenkins, Fox News.
Well, switching gears now, your next iPhone software update might include some changes you've been hoping for. Apple showed off some of its new features and gadgets during a showcase on Monday. Fox's Anna Eliopoulos takes a look.
Apple on Monday showcasing some big changes on the horizon for its newest operating system, iOS 16. New customization options are coming to the iPhone's lock screen. Users can now add more widgets that provide information at a glance, like weather forecasts and upcoming calendar events.
So I'll add the temperature, my activity rings, and let's drag in the calendar widget.
One feature that will likely be a highly anticipated change for nearly all iPhone users, the ability to edit or unsend a text after it's already been sent.
Have you ever wished you'd never sent that message at all? Well, good news. Now you have undo send, so you can immediately recall a recent misfire.
This is something that especially is widely used by this new Gen Z audience. And now that they're building in more capabilities into iMessage to keep you in there and keep you glued, I think that's great for the whole ecosystem.
A buy now, pay later feature is also coming to Apple Pay. Now people who pay with the app will have the option to split purchases into 4 equal payments.
Spread over 6 weeks with 0 interest and no fees of any kind.
Outside of the iPhone, Apple also showing off its next generation of MacBooks, powered by the company's latest chip, the M2, which Apple says will provide faster processing while using less power. Something that was absent from Monday's announcement, any mention of Apple's work on a VR headset. Gamers had hoped for news on that gadget, which is rumored to have been in the works for years. Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
Well, Wendy and Robert Esposito of Unity are passionate about pottery. For more than 30 years, the couple has created mugs, bowls, and other pieces of pottery from scratch at Unity Pond Pottery. As our Jody Hersey tells us, the duo may be getting older, but their creativity just continues to bloom with each passing year.
Everything starts with just a lump of clay.
Robert Esposito has pottery making down to a science. He's been doing it for decades.
They have a sponge. Going to make a very small piece, our smallest item, the world-famous toothpick jar.
Espo and his wife Wendy own and operate Unity Pond Pottery on the Bangor Road in Unity. The duo love working with their hands to make beautiful and usable pieces of art.
We do a lot of variety of pottery here at the studio. It's all though high-fired stoneware, very functional, microwave, dishwasher safe.
Now in their 70s, the Espositos are showing no signs of slowing down production of their handmade vases, mugs, bowls, and chip and dip platters.
I love the beauty of it when it's complete. It's just the feel of the clay and taking something that's just a piece of the earth and creating it into something that's functional, and it's something my husband and I have always done together. It works very well for us.
The Espositos also love to give pottery tours of their studio so the public can see just how each and every piece is uniquely made from start to finish. In Unity, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Definitely some gorgeous work there. When we come back, we've got our full 5 days, so stay with us.
60s and 70s out there today. Same story for us tomorrow, but we do have some more rain showers in the forecast. I'll tell you when I come back.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. The first ever GMC Terrain AT4. premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Step up to GMC with 0% financing on GMC Terrain models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
Attention Maine fishermen, we want to see your biggest catch and for you to win some great prizes. Go to foxbangor.com and click on contest and giveaway. Then upload your photo for your chance to win. Sponsored by Willie's Sports Center, Mill Mall, and Ellsworth. We have everything for fishing, from trout to tuna, fly fishing, trolling, and ocean rigging. We carry fat tire e-bikes to get to remote spots and snow dog utility machines. We have all your hunting and outdoor essentials.
Something exciting is happening at Otelco. We've been talking about our investment in fiber internet a lot lately. $33 million invested, 455 miles of fiber to 43,000 Maine homes. Now we have even more good news. We're joining together with GoNet Speed and taking our mission to expand fiber to a whole new level. It's the fastest possible internet, and this is just the beginning. Visit otelco.com/good news to learn more.
It takes all types to play Family Feud, but tell it all.
Name something Grandma wears that might also fit Grandpa.
Yeah, I know my grandma used to have a beard.
The Spicy Seniors.
Hey, Eddie, why they call you Fast Eddie?
Because he made me so happy so fast.
Whoa!
Steve, it was a triple and a home run, baby.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22. Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Come see what the Varney value is all about. And we are all about this, right? Temperatures back near 70 today with lots of sunshine back in the forecast tomorrow. 70s as well for a day or two, followed by some changes. And then wet Wednesday and probably Thursday. Heavy rain potentially on the way for us Thursday morning. But look what we did today. 74 here in Bangor, 71 Bar Harbor. We'll take it. There were a couple 60s out there. Looking at you, Millinocket with 68. But overall, most of us back in the 70s tomorrow. We'll have lows tonight down near 50. Highs tomorrow, mid-70s. We'll take it. Kind of where we're supposed to be this time of year with temperatures hanging out in the 70s. All right, there are no watches out there right now, but tomorrow there could be a small craft advisory. We're going to turn the winds out of the south. We could have wave heights out here approaching 8 to 10 feet by about this time tomorrow night. Right now, though, the wind is all over the place, out of the east, out of the north, out of the south, out of the west. This will die down and go calm for several hours tonight, and that could lead to some areas of dense fog after midnight. If you're traveling 3, 4, 5 a.m., be ready for that. The rest of us, though, no problems at all. All right, so allergies, if you're sniffling and sneezing, this could be a reason why. Tree pollen is still in the very high category, but grass pollen has taken a step back for tomorrow. And then also the mold in the medium category as well. So if you're sniffling, this is likely a reason why. All right, going out there today. Lots of clear skies, enjoyable day. We liked it, right? But there's some issues to the west of us, and it's over here and not too far away. It should give us enough breathing room tomorrow to have a pretty nice day around our area. But then tomorrow night, we'll get some increasing clouds, and showers are not too far away. In fact, some potentially heavy rain showers are back in the forecast late tomorrow night, then lingering into Thursday. Kind of a long duration rain event on the way with several systems in there. Let's walk you through it tonight. No issues at all. Tomorrow, no issues at all. Tomorrow evening, we'll have increasing clouds, and then by really kind of early Wednesday morning, look for showers across our area. That rain could become locally heavy throughout the day on Wednesday into Wednesday night, with the heaviest rainfall getting in here probably early on Thursday morning. And then it gets out of here. It'll take a couple days to do that, though, into the weekend. All right, so going forward, rainfall-wise, we're talking potentially an inch plus of rainfall on the way. Localized flooding, not a concern, but overall, it's going to be a wet couple days around here after tomorrow. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies. Some dense fog is likely with low temperatures down near 50 and a calm wind at the airport. All right, tomorrow, lots of sunshine, 75 or so, though a couple of you could do a couple degrees warmer than that tomorrow with a south breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Varney Chevrolet shows tomorrow, very nice day, 64 rain-cool degrees on Wednesday, Thursday 66, and then much better for Friday, back in the 70s for the weekend.
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. Well, we've got sports coming up next. Stay with us.
durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Life. It's changed. It's not business as usual. Healthy air quality, safe environments, and properly working equipment are more critical than ever. Our goal has always been the comfort, safety, and security of building occupants for all types of organizations and facilities. We're all in this together. And at Mechanical Services and Main Controls, we're here to help keep your buildings safe.
Remember the first time you tried a McDouble or a McChicken? You were perfect together. Nothing could be more perfecter. Mix and match a McDouble or McChicken. Now get 2 for $3.50.
Take your waterfront experience to the next level and enjoy life on the water to the fullest with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company.
Ready for this catch-22? The mental health struggles you want to work on are the same reasons you're putting off therapy. You're stuck. Sondermind makes it easy to team up with the right therapist and turn stuckness into strength.
It's time to sing along.
Oh, okay.
With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance. Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. All
Summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Who will be crowned the top dog?
Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, beginning with the Masters Agility Championship, June 19th on Fox.
Welcome back in. Thanks for staying with us. We will start with the news out of Boston on Monday night. A big shakeup for the Bruins. I'm sure many of you have heard by now, but GM Don Sweeney has announced that the Bruins will be relieving Bruce Cassidy of his duties as head coach. He's been the coach of the team since February of 2017. Cassidy posted a record of .245, 108, and 46 since taking over for Claude Julien. The Bruins made the playoffs in every single one of Cassidy's 6 seasons at the helm, appearing in 1 Stanley Cup Finals. And Sweeney says that after 14 years of working with Bruce, it was an extremely difficult decision to make. But after taking some time, he felt the direction of the team would benefit from a new voice. All right, moving on now. Former Black Bear Justin Courtney spent all of last season in the Los Angeles Angels farm system. But it wasn't until he returned east that his acting career took hold. Dave Peck has the story.
It seems counterintuitive, but since leaving LA for New York, you could say Maine baseball alum Justin Courtney has been living more like a movie star.
My teammates were all over it. They were like, how did you get this? You're in a movie? You're an actor? Like, what?
Courtney's path from the Angels to the Mets jumped off the resume when production crews came searching for the next Nolan Ryan.
That was it was young Nolan, like his Angels and Mets days. And they're like, yeah, we're looking for, 6'4", right-hander.
6'4", right-hander, Angels and Mets. It was the perfect match. And with the okay from his club, the Bangor grad went from minor league pitcher to actor, playing the legendary arm in the new Facing Nolan documentary.
They said, hey, October 1st, we're going to shoot this movie in Round Rock, Texas at the Texas Rangers AAA affiliate.
So off Courtney went. And for the next week, the Brooklyn Cyclone got into character, shooting takes all throughout the night.
It was some of the coolest times, like just throwing pitches at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, like the detail that they had for the script and the shots that they needed.
But Courtney was more than just a pretty face out there. He had to perform in some high-pressure scenarios, especially when recreating one of Ryan's 7 no-hitters.
There was a $40,000 camera on the catch, right behind the catcher's shoulder. The ball had to be in this exact spot, and the hitter had to swing over it and make it look realistic that he was swinging and missing at it. We had to take that 30 times.
30th try or the first, Courtney delivered. And while pitching remains the day job, moonlighting on the big screen is never out of the question.
To be able to, put something out there that is actually like the real thing, where the ball's coming out hard and it looks like a professional pitcher would do it, instead of you have like an actor kind of like chicken wing the ball to the plate. Like it was cool to be able to do that, and if any opportunity came up, I would try to make it work.
Reporting from Bangor, Dave Peck, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Dave. Cool story right there. I definitely need to check out that movie. I'm a big fan of baseball movies. Major League's probably my top, followed by Benchwarmers, but that is up for debate. Staying on the diamond, moving into high school sports now. Playoffs are here for our local teams with some preliminary games starting today, and that is where we will head. Down in Ellsworth, softball is hosting Caribou. The winner moves on to the quarterfinals. Second inning now. Eagles up 1-0. Alex Bivens up with the bases loaded. Kind of a swinging bunt here. It gets past for the pitcher for an infield hit. Alicia Havey scores 2-0 now. To the third. Havey at the plate with a runner on third, and she ropes this ball into left field. That single would make it 3-0. And that would be how the game went. Third inning still, Tyler Hellam at the dish, and she smokes his ball into left. She's going to put on the brakes at second here with a double, but that RBI makes it 10-0. Fourth inning now, Aaliyah Manning getting in on the fun. She is going to rip a single through the hole. That is going to bring in another run, and the Eagles go on to win it in 5 innings. The final score, 15-0. All right, moving on now and down to the Celtics. A rough one last night for the C's, dropping Game 2 of the finals to Golden State in a game that was never really close after halftime. Boston had 11 first-half turnovers, but their offense kept them within 2 at the break, and then the Warriors just took over. They outscored Boston by over 20 points in the third quarter alone, and then coasted the rest of the way. I think it was like 10 minutes left in the game when Ime put the reserves in. Just not a good showing from the C's. And if you ask Udoka, when you're playing a team as good as Golden State, you cannot give them anything.
And gave away a lot of opportunities, and instead of tightening up in that area, we did more of the same. And those turnovers and poor offense contributed to their runs. And so, a team that scores as well as they do, we don't need to help them out in that category.
Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Shop Jordan's Furniture now, and it could all be free. Visit Jordans.com. Situated in Jonesboro on the coast of Maine lies Barren View Golf Course, a true links course that's a treat for golfers of all skill levels. We feature a driving range, putting green, practice sand trap, pro shop, and snack bar. Open 7 days a week. Please call ahead for a tee time.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius, an origin story.
Yes, that's me.
A small town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Situated in Jonesboro on the coast of Maine lies Barren View Golf Course, a true links course that's a treat for golfers of all skill levels. We feature a driving range, putting green, practice sand trap, pro shop, and snack bar. Open 7 days a week. Please call ahead for a tee time.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Favorite movies, TV shows, and icons of the screen were honored with new Golden Popcorn trophies at Sunday's MTV Movie and TV Awards. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with a recap.
What's up, MTV?
Fan favorites were honored at the 2022 MTV Movie and TV Awards, hosted by Vanessa Hudgens along with DJ Snoopadelic.
We do this for you.
Euphoria was a big Golden Popcorn winner. This series took Best Show. Zendaya won Best Performance for a Show. Sydney Sweeney accepted Best Fight.
We want to say thank you to all the incredible fans who showed up.
Best Movie went to Spider-Man No Way Home.
Jenna Ortega!
Among signature creative categories, Jenna Ortega of Scream won Most Frightened Performance. Daniel Radcliffe took Best Villain for The Lost City.
Poopies and the Snake.
Leave it to the Jackass Forever crew to win Best Kiss and bring an onstage reenactment. Later, Steve-O helped Ryan Reynolds accept Best Comedic Performance. And Best Team went to Loki.
Your favorite space Viking is back.
In exclusive clips, there was one from Thor: Love and Thunder and the Umbrella Academy's new season.
Paying homage to my grandfather with a song from the Elvis soundtrack.
Elvis's granddaughter, Riley Keough, introduced Diplo and Sway Lee with the first ever live TV performance of a song from the upcoming Elvis movie.
The only thing more exciting than being in an F-18 is bringing you guys along for the ride.
Tom Cruise sent a special message on behalf of Top Gun Maverick. In special honors, Jack Black flipped over the Comedic Genius Award.
I want to thank disappointment and failure for teaching me to be strong, and my children for teaching me to love.
Jennifer Lopez, who also won Best Song for On My Way from Marry Me, gave many thanks when accepting the Generation Award. And she ended with a special shout out.
And Ben and everybody at home, wait for me to have dinner. I'll be home by 7.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Finally tonight, one man really likes to turn up the heat, and he broke the Guinness record for eating the world's hottest peppers. Gregory Foster of California won the title by the record-keeping organization. He swallowed 3 Carolina peppers in less than 9 seconds. He ate the peppers in 8.72 seconds on his second try, defeating current world record holder Mike Jack by roughly 1 second. That looks like a rough gig to me. Alrighty, folks. Well, thanks so much. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7